What if a pen fell from outer space, and whoever held it could draw anything into existence? Money. Palaces. Gold bars. Even human eyes. One broke, humiliated artist found that pen. And what he did with it, changed everything. DBillionz family, let's get into it. Meet Juan. Broke. Behind on rent. Wearing what appears to be only a quarter of a full outfit. He's a street artist, talented, passionate, and completely ignored by the world. We first see him sitting on the street, painting a portrait of a beautiful girl passing by. She looks at the finished piece and is genuinely amazed. But before Juan can enjoy that one small win, a luxury car rolls up. Inside, the richest man in the village. And sitting right next to him, Juan's ex-girlfriend. The rich man looks at Juan, and throws money at him. Here. This should cover your whole day's earnings. Then laughs in his face. Juan, humiliated, gathers his things in silence and heads to his beat-up car. And I say, car, loosely. It's less of a vehicle and more of a rolling disappointment held together by hope and prayer. Honestly, that car has seen things. It deserves its own therapy session. Juan drives back to his village, a place full of artists, galleries, and painters. A genuine haven for creative people. But creativity doesn't pay rent. His landlord is waiting. Juan throws the money at him, turns out that only covers last month. He still owes this month. Juan says, I'll pay later, completely unbothered. The landlord, furious, throws a water bottle at him. Juan calmly picks it up, and adds it to his collection of plastic bottles he sells at the end of each month. The landlord sneers. That's the poor man's logic. Juan doesn't even flinch. That moment says everything about who Juan is. He's not broken by humiliation. He just quietly survives it and keeps moving. Next stop, his dream gallery. Juan visits it every single day, begging the owner to sponsor his work or at least display one painting. He even brings money as an offering. The owner laughs. This won't cover 1 square meter of wall space. Juan follows him upstairs, still begging. The owner turns around and says it plainly. Your art is garbage, Juan. Juan pushes back. Says even his girlfriend Tian loves his work. The owner asks who Tian is. Juan explains she's his girlfriend. The owner asks what makes her opinion valid. Juan goes quiet for a second, because Tian is blind. She lost her vision years ago due to an eye condition. The owner absolutely loses it. You're using your blind girlfriend as your art critic. Then he points to a painting of a potato on the wall and says, now this, when I look at it, I actually feel hungry. That is real art. Juan stares at the potato painting. Has no words. A potato. The man's standard for great art is a potato. Juan, run. Now let's talk about Tian. She can't see, so the only work she could find is as a massage therapist. And unfortunately, some clients use her blindness as an opportunity to harass her. One day, Juan catches someone doing exactly that. He doesn't call management. He doesn't file a complaint. He does to the harasser exactly what the harasser did to Tian. Physically. In real time. Now do you feel what she feels? He expects regret. Instead, they gang up and beat him badly. Afterward, Tian tends to his wounds back at the apartment. Juan, being Juan, claims he destroyed all of them without mercy. Tian nods. Yeah. I could hear them screaming from the pain. She heard Juan screaming. She just lets him have it. Tian is too good for this world and also slightly evil, and I love her for it. Juan surprises her with a gift, a new pair of shoes. She loves them. They dance together. Then just as Juan leans in for a kiss, Tian hears someone else in the room. Juan panics. Says it's just a friend who got evicted and is staying with him temporarily. Tian, uncomfortable, leaves. Juan and his friend go to the rooftop later that night to drink. They drink too much. Pass out completely. Then something extraordinary happens. A spaceship appears directly above them. Juan jolts awake. Tries to shake his friend, completely unconscious. Gone. Unreachable. The spaceship hovers over the neighborhood. A girl steps out, she looks almost cartoon-like, and two others follow. They seem to have come to draw. Like artists. Juan, being an artist himself, pulls out his phone to capture this historic moment. Forgets the flash is on. The aliens spot him instantly and vanish, ship and all. But they left something behind. A pen. Juan picks it up, pockets it, goes to sleep. Next morning, his friend wakes him up. Juan starts explaining the whole alien encounter. And his friend starts finishing his sentences. Juan is stunned. Thinks his friend actually saw it too. Nope. Juan was talking in his sleep. Word for word. He had even sketched all three aliens before passing out. His friend thinks he's lost his mind. Juan drops it and heads out to paint on the street. Mid-painting, his color runs out. He searches his bag, can't find the right shade. Then he remembers the pen. Tests it on a spare sheet first, draws something random. It becomes real. Right in front of his eyes. He draws an apple to confirm. Real apple. He bites into it. Tastes it. He sprints back to find his friend. His friend doesn't believe him. Says, go check yourself into a hospital. Juan draws a gold bar on the spot, his friend's idea. Nothing happens immediately. His friend snatches the paper and throws it out the window. An old man walking below yells in pain, the paper hit him. He looks down. Sees a gold bar on the ground. Picks it up. Slides it into his pocket. Walks away like nothing happened. Sir, that man did not even blink. Absolute legend. His friend is now a believer. They draw a bigger gold bar, it appears. They draw a full palace in the middle of the city, it materializes out of nowhere. People on the street stop and stare. Police show up within minutes, completely confused. We were just here 5 minutes ago. Who built this? Juan panics, tries to erase the drawing, then discovers a button on the pen that deletes whatever he drew. He presses it. The palace vanishes before everyone's eyes. Chaos. Confusion. Silence. Back in their tiny room, his friend says draw money. 200 million. He tries himself, just draws numbers. Nothing. Juan takes the pen, sketches stacks of cash with actual artistic detail. And the room floods with money. Completely buried. They emerge from the pile like two lottery winners who also happen to be drowning. Now Juan moves fast. He pays the landlord rent for the next 100 years, in cash. While wearing what he genuinely believes is a rich person's outfit. It is not. He and his friend showed up looking like they raided a costume shop during a blackout. The confidence though? Immaculate. He pulls up with 3 luxury cars. He goes to a top real estate company to buy a palace. And who does he find there? His ex. With her rich boyfriend, who is refusing to buy her a villa worth $15 million. Juan walks straight to the secretary. Asks for 2 palaces. In the most exclusive area in the city. Pays cash. On the spot. His ex watches every second of it. That night, Juan takes Tian to the palace he bought for her. Asks her to guess what's in front of her. She already knows. The 40 million palace. Everyone's talking about you. Juan is slightly deflated that the surprise is ruined, but keeps going. The hallway is full of guests celebrating Tian. And because she can't see, Juan brings someone specifically to describe everything to her, the chandeliers, the architecture, every detail. Then he proposes. Tian rejects him. Walks away. He follows, confused. She says she loves him, but if they married, he'd spend his whole life embarrassed by a blind wife when he could have anyone. Juan tells her the wealth isn't from fame, it's from a magic pen given to him by aliens. Tian's reaction. Then draw me eyes. Juan draws eyes, modeled after a beautiful girl he knows. They wait. The eyes appear, on his friend's shoulder. Terrifying. They erase them immediately. New plan, draw Tian's entire body, eyes included on the face, so everything appears exactly where it should. The drawing takes 5 hours. When it's done, Tian waits. Nothing happens. She feels mocked. Starts walking out. Then, she disappears at the door. And reappears from inside the painting. Eyes open. Tian can see. And this is where it gets deeper than it looks. At the exact moment Tian's vision returned, a famous actress on a film set suddenly went blind. Her sight didn't come from nowhere, the pen transfers. It takes from one and gives to another. The money that filled their room vanished from a bank. Security cameras caught it disappearing. The police start connecting dots. This is the 1 billion IQ detail the film quietly hid the whole time. The pen isn't magic. It's a transfer device. Everything created has a cost. Someone always pays. Li Chongyi, the rich man who humiliated Wan at the beginning, grows insanely jealous and tips off the police. The serial numbers on Wan's money match the stolen bank funds. Police move to arrest him and his friend mid-auction. Wan and his friend try to explain they have magic, no pen mentioned, and offer to prove it. Police want a Ferrari. Wan draws it. A red Ferrari appears inside the police station. No evidence of theft. They're released. That same night, Wan's ex shows up at his door. Her husband hit her out of jealousy. She came to apologize for choosing money over Wan. Wan, with more grace than most people would manage, tells her she did nothing wrong. At the time, his father was sick, he was broke, he neglected her. Her husband gave her what she needed. He holds no grudge. But then he makes a critical mistake. He trusts her completely. Tells her the whole story of the pen. Even opens the safe to show her. What neither of them knows, her husband planted a hidden camera in her clothes. He heard everything. He steals the pen. And he goes all in. He draws himself a gallery. Royal clothing. An imperial palace styled after China's historic architecture, essentially stealing cultural heritage for personal use. He has his wife tied up. Then draws a girl from a magazine cover to become real, so he can marry her. The girl vanishes from a live beauty pageant mid-broadcast. Everything he does leaves a trail the police can follow instantly. The officer confronts him, explains the pen doesn't create. It steals. From real people. Every time. Chongyi doesn't care. His assistant suggests drawing an alien spaceship to escape. He draws it. The ship appears. And so do the aliens. Furious. Who summoned us? And where is our device? Chongyi, in a move that is either incredibly brave or catastrophically stupid, draws a tank and aims it at the aliens. The aliens redirect the cannon back at him without breaking a sweat. Then they beat him. He surrenders and returns the pen. But one alien notices it's been modified, reshaped to look like an ordinary pen. He holds it up to Chongyi demanding answers. Wan steps forward. He was the one who modified it. Not Chongyi. The alien studies Wan for a moment. Then, something shifts. He's impressed. By the honesty. By the conscience. He tells Wan this planet is just like theirs, both good and evil living side by side. They'll leave peacefully. But before they go, Wan makes one final request. Return everything the pen created back to where it came from. The alien agrees. And just like that, every palace, every gold bar, every stack of cash, every Ferrari. And Tian's eyes. All of it gone. Restored to its original owners. The aliens, now without their ship, which also got restored, sprint away at lightning speed before the closing police helicopters can reach them. Chongyi gets arrested. Kidnapping charges. The beauty queen is freed. His wife apologizes to Wan, she had no idea about the hidden camera. He believes her. And life returns to exactly what it was. Wait. Don't leave yet. Because what I'm about to say in the next 30 seconds might be the most important thing you hear today. DBillionz family, let me leave you with this. Wan had a pen that could create anything. Money. Palaces. Power. And he gave it all back. Because he understood something most people never learn. What you didn't earn, you can't keep. Real wealth isn't what you draw into existence overnight. It's what you build through who you are when nobody's watching. The world will humiliate you, mock you, throw money in your face. Keep painting anyway. Because the day your work speaks for itself. No one will remember how they treated you. Only what you became. Don't forget to subscribe and join DBillionz family for more videos like this, where every story teaches you something you'll carry for life. Turn on notifications and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.